aka politics today. Well, I'll start by congratulating all the graduates. I was there at the University of Uyo just yesterday. I could see the joy, I could see the passion, I could see the commitment of most of the students that graduated yesterday, or that were, had their convocation yesterday. It was 2930 convocation of the prestigious University of Uyo. Well, today we'll be looking at that as it regards the education sector. What His Excellency the Governor has done in that sector. My particular interest will be going to people living with disabilities. Don't forget that His Excellency donated 100 million for students of that department. When I say students who are living with disability, His Excellency graciously gave out 100 million to them, 250 for undergraduate, and of course 300 to postgraduates. And of course I can say without any sense of doubt that my guest is a beneficiary of that gesture, and I'll be talking to us today. I'll be speaking with Ubong Ikbe Comrade. He just graduated, and of course, a graduate from the University of Uyo under that condition. So we'll be looking at disability, the ability and disability. One striking aspect of it is that he didn't back down, and of course, he also understands that the honors lies in him to project himself and move to the next level in life. And this young man has really encouraged a whole lot of people. And so he's the source of encouragement. And I think one of the reasons His Excellency Governor Moino is so proud of people living with disability. Don't go anywhere. After this short break on radio, I will definitely come back to you, because this morning we're looking at something very important in the education sector. And definitely I have a beneficiary, and one man come to the rescue. I go on a short break. When I come back from the short break, of course, I'll be speaking with my guests right here in the studios. Don't go nowhere.
Arise, Akwaibom.
development of Akwaibom State. We also talk a bit about the compassionate disposition of His Excellency towards the students of Akwaibom State. And for him, the sector we're really looking at is people living with disability. One young man that his story has attracted my fancy is a man who never gave up. And for him, he needed to fight, he needed to commit himself to the very fact that he must be a graduate. Just yesterday, I joined him the convocation ground to celebrate with him, and after party, you know. I'll be speaking with this morning with Comrade Oboikwe, Special Assistant to the Governor for people living with disability. Well, he's going to have it this morning.
Good morning, Akwaibom. I'm so delighted to be here again.
Okay, I wanted to tell the story yourself, because I had a similar experience. I've had accidents almost 3 times. I had a gunshot once, and it was very devastating. And of course, I don't even want to talk about it, but I want you to say this so that others who are listening will learn from it.
Well, thank you. I want to give God Almighty thanks, and all the glory belongs to Him, because He is the one that has given me the grace and the enablement to scale through all hurdles of life. He was able to give me that ability, that grace, that courage for me to pick up my life. After I was involved in a road traffic accident years ago, and I thought all hope was lost. You know, waking up, going out, about your normal business as usual, and all of a sudden you find yourself in the hospital, and before you realize you could not make use of your legs. But I thank God, the battle, the family members, friends, battle to make sure that I come back to my feet, but all effort proved abortive. But I thought all was lost. I cried as a human. But something kept telling me that you can still do it. And I studied the Word of God, because the Word of God gives hope. And I located in a place in 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 6. And the Bible said David encouraged himself in the Lord his God when he was distressed, when the Amalekites have invaded the city, took the children, the wife, and he came back from war and he saw that the city was invaded, and he cried. The Bible said, and David cried and wept. But he said, later David encouraged himself in the Lord his God and asked God, should I continue? What will become of me? You will recover all. That is my story. And God sent a woman that spoke to me, because God can speak to anyone. He can speak to you through His word. He can speak to you through a prophet. He can speak to you through a man of God. He can speak to you through a woman of God. And that angel, that woman of God, will happen to be my auntie, late Professor Enquiry, the former commissioner for I'm picking up your life. And that is when I began to process this information, this prophecy that came to me. I said, I can make it. Because the very first admission that I had to study in Ondo State, because I had my primary, my secondary education in the southwest, and I began to say, okay, I began to give a thought of it, and I had the first admission, and it was thwarted because of the involvement of the accident that I nearly claimed my life. And when my auntie spoke to me, I said, okay, that means after 4 years of this incident, I said, that means I have to pick up my life again. Let me go back to school. I wrote jam. I could remember it was so discouraging because my center was upstairs. That was my first experience after the accident. Before I got to the examination hall, my morale was already dampened upon. I said, how will I cope? How will I scale through in school environment? And I thank God I scaled through. I made it, and I had the admission. The vision was given to me, University of Uyo, to study early childhood and special education, and that's where I found myself, and so on and so forth. And that same year that I had the admission, my auntie died, and it was how you happened to be the person to sponsor my education or through school. I was like, okay, God, that means you are wicked. But I come to realize that God is not wicked.
Yes.
He has a future. And I encourage myself again. We have to take it upon ourselves. One of my retired auntie also said, I will have through my my pension, I will be giving the experience was horrible, but we thank God. In my year 3, I nearly gave up. I nearly gave up because it was becoming too much, going to lectures upstairs and all that. As I said, before you even get to upstairs for lectures, your morale has already been dampened, your psychologically is really affected and all that. The stress going to still rebuilding, with the help of some friends and colleagues. It was terrible, but I thank God. And in the process, I think my final year, that is when God brought a man of God, His Excellency, the embodiment of compassion, the embodiment, the apostle of total inclusion. We have leaders. We have leaders in Akwaibom, state governors that have done very well in their bid, but we have never had it this good like this before. As far as community of persons with disability concerned, that is where we found ourselves. And I remember because I was involved in student politics there in University of Uyo. I become director of social of my department. Very first in the history of that department, we never have a special person becoming a director of social. I was involved myself. I became the stakeholder of that department, and so on and so forth. And I became the elected president of the student with disability in University of Uyo, and we had first made an edition of International Disability Day on campus, and that is where we partnered with the then SUG president, now the personal assistant to governor on student affairs, and we did a program first in history of that institution that person with disability had to celebrate ourselves in the campus. And saying we have a man that is so compassionate, a man that is not discriminative in nature, and he was invited and he came, and that's where the whole thing, he empowered us and he even announced. Then he was a commissioner that he would take up everything, he would pay our school fees and all that. He placed us on scholarship, and we were invited in his hotel, and we were hosted, treated with a lunch and all that. And that school fee was, but that is how I paid my final year school fees and so
I can understand.
And that is how the journey we have found ourselves by the grace of God. And I have to thank His Excellency.
Beautiful, beautiful, Your Excellency. Everybody celebrating you right here. Let's get to talk about His Excellency dropping out, whooping 100 million. It has never happened. 100 million. Obo,
Yes.
you've not given me anything. The governor dropped 100 million for special persons in the university.
Yeah.
As a support.
Yes.
250,000 for undergraduate and 300,000 for postgraduates.
Yes.
Have you heard about this story before the advent of His Excellency Pastor Moina?
Yes, I have to thank His Excellency once again, and I will ever remain grateful to His Excellency Pastor Mobasieno, the embodiment of compassion, the embodiment of total inclusion. Whenever I'm confronted by journalists and they ask me, what we have to advise your brothers there who are special in one way, disabled in one way or the other. But I will tell people that there's ability and productivity in disability. And I think the only hope of a special person is to give the person education. And that is what His Excellency Pastor Moabasi, having known the plight of persons with disability. So the day of my appointment, that was the 26th day of June 2003, I was appointed, or it was a Monday. that very day, His Excellency made that pronouncement and approved 100 million naira education intervention fund for students studying with disability in higher institution. And if we, by the grace of God, we set a committee for collation and all that. We work with the Ministry of Education, which the first batch was disbursed last month, 20th November. Last year, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Last year, November, on the 20th, and 250,000 naira was given to undergraduate, and 300,000 naira was given to postgraduate student in that institution. They must be persons with disability. And the second batch for 2024-2025 academic year was this is still ongoing. I think 150 something students have received. It was online, and the moment you registered and you upload your data, your data is being verified, and the SSA to the governor will approve your payment. And because education is one of the core components of His Excellency Pastor Mobasi in their RISE agenda, and this education intervention is just not only what inclusive able student in quotes was also given bursary, and we got our own money. So the education fund is inclusive because His Excellency knows that it's not easy to become a special person. It's not easy for you to scale through the four walls of the university, and the financial education of a special person is very, very financially intensive, because you need to talk about some special gadgets, some like braille machine, braille paper, tape recorder, wheelchair, and some other gadget, white cane. Wheelchair need to be changed, maybe every academic session, and tape recorder, braille machine, braille paper, very, very costly. So it's excellent because some persons say, you people have gotten a lot of money, that money is I said, the education of a special person is very, very financial intensive, because now in today's economy we are like the braille machine is sold over 1 point something million. So if you see the fairly used, it should be around 700 to 500,000 naira. Then braille paper is very costly. A ream of a braille paper is sold about 20,000 naira, which it will not even take you through one academic semester. So having His Excellency having known all this, just approved that such amount should be paid to students with disability. And His Excellency has done much in this community, person with disability. We have never been the pioneer aid of the governor as far as persons with disability is concerned in the history of Akwaibom State. We have 3 appointees of His Excellency in the community. One sign language interpreter, personal sign language interpreter, and we also have one essay to the governor on us and person with disability. And this is the love that His Excellency has for the community of persons with disability. He has been doing so much for us. He has given us health insurance, a RISE health insurance scheme. We have never had it before. And the RISE Compassionate Home, I think 4 or 3 about of RISE Compassionate Home will be commissioned any day from now. One in Okopo, one in Ibisikbo, and Badenin and all that. Through the benevolence of His Excellency Pastor Omo Basi.
Okay, if you just join us, we are talking about the possibilities that His Excellency the Governor of Akwaibom State has granted to people with disability in the education sector. And this has given Akwaibom State an age. It's given the Akwaibom State an age. His Excellency has also proven that there is ability in disability.
Yes.
This Governor Mono's story is something that need to be studied. I'm so delighted when I realized that this governor spent so much in the educational sector. It came like a wind and is blowing everywhere. Where are you? Are you the student? Are you a student? Have you been able to get something? Just get something. Of course, you know that bursary is being given by this government. He didn't stop there. He goes about almost all the local government area constructing, remodeling primary schools. You want me to talk about the health sector? This governor is not resting. He says that the primary health sector need be revamped and that he has done consciously. Okay, Obong, I'm going to take you down somewhere, but let's go for a short break because this is a very story. The kind of governor we have who has been able to realize the precarious situation of people living with disability, or you call them special people, because you are so special to me. And I fell in love with you when I realized that you're not just only, going to school, but you want to be great in future. Right. You're going to tell people the course you study and your graduation and the rest of the things. I know I was with you at reception yesterday. It was fun. I don't know where you get money for all those rice and beans and unfortunately my friend did not join us. I'll be right back after the break. Don't go away. Governor Moino, the blueprint on the educational sector, especially for the people living with disability. We'll be right back. Everybody got to arise, and don't forget that arise is a acronym of the agenda of His Excellency that has to do with agriculture, revamping every sector of the economy. And don't forget, just recently he unveiled the much talked about Akwaibom Towers. I think on Wednesday I'll do a proper roundup of that. One of the architects, a very respected architect in this state, have said something, and I'll play that for you to hear what people are saying about the business model of Governor Moino's administration. And that is a fact that in this state we have to serve for the rainy day. I know some folks wouldn't want to save. Even sometimes students don't even save at all. And so if you don't save money, you gotta make sure that you save. Just try and save, because Obama has been saving. But let me come back to you. Your story is beautiful, and we got to understand this very fact. People of Akwaibom State must rise to the occasion and key into the vision of His Excellency, who has very committed effort, so much passion for the people, especially the downtrodden. Tell me something. The encouragement that you got from the governor.
The governor is a father. I refer to him as a father because he has played.
I call him daddy too.
Yes, we call him in the community of the person with disability. We call him our big daddy.
Yeah.
Indeed, he's a big daddy. The day of my appointment, I quote him. He said, "Most of you even do better than the able-bodied," in quotes, and we need encouragement. So this statement, makes me come alive.
Spark your curiosity.
And I said, if this man have this kind of concept about us, he believed in us. He believed in our education. If he did not believe in our education, he would not release and would not approve such amount of money for students with disability, meaning he believes in the education of persons with disability. And we have a lot of persons with disability that have done well. They have started out in their, in their endeavor. We have one here, is a radio presenter in AKBC, Uba. He studied his master in university, in London. Had his master, in London, and he's been traveling around the world. We have a lot of persons, many of them work in the University of Uyo, like the South coordinator, Comrade Edmond Ekande. Many of us have done what we have, barristers, So this encouragement of His Excellency really put us that, okay, that means he has given us a sense of belonging, and he has given us a place, a pride of place in his government. He has given person with disability a face in his government. We have never had it this way before, because he saw the ability in us that anybody can, In fact, I tell people that there's no disability. Disability is of the mind.
Is of the mind.
It is only the society that disabled us, not us.
Okay.
Yes, society is the problem.
Let me quote you. Let me quote you so that those who are listening can understand, and those watching it on Facebook can also understand. It said, "The disability is of the mind."
Yes.
And that's a good one. And because when your mindset is not properly constructed for progress, you will definitely be disabled. It doesn't have to do with the body.
Yes, of course.
Beautiful, because I've seen a lot of them, even those who are in social media can attest to the fact that there are disabled people that are very able in technology and science, and of course they are doing quite well. Okay, you didn't tell us your course of study.
Okay, I said it before.
Was it a 2-1? Was it a 1-1? Was it a 2-2?
I study early childhood and special education, what we call psychology of early child and special education. By the grace of God, I graduated with 2-1.
Beautiful. Oh, I don't know. What kind of music can I play for Obong? Yeah. Maybe we're going to short break and do a small radio party for him, and then give him, let me remember. Heal the World, Michael Jackson. Yeah, make it a better place. Yeah. I think I'll look at that one for you, because His Excellency has been able to heal the community of the deprived, not just disabled, the deprived. Building compassionate homes for the people is enough evidence and proof that this governor means business. We'll be right back. Enjoy this musical piece to celebrate our own comrade Obahibe. downtrodden. Of course, when the book will be written, it will come to pass that during the reign of Governor Omoeno in Akwaibom State, he did make a better place for the downtrodden. He did make a better place for the teachers. He made a better place for the students. He made a better place for people living with disability. And of course, no teacher, not even a worker, will say anything negative at this point, because this is a governor who came prepared, and so far he has paid the gratuities of teachers. He also increased pensions of pensioners. He has constructed road. Now also through the LED program, he has given opportunity for the entrepreneur. And as we speak now, the only governor in the state that has created an employment portal. So far, about 7,000 people have registered in that portal. Please go register and be successful. In the next couple of months, you'll be taking something home. And so, wherever you are, let us be compassionate just like the governor. As a leader, he came prepared. He shows the way, and of course, because he knows the way. Today, the testament, of course, the testimony of Comrade Ubonekwe essay to the governor, people living with disability, is a clear demonstration of the governor's passion for the people of Akwaibom State. And so make good use of this opportunity and not just engage in any vices that will take you to prison. He appreciated the entire youth of the state, and so the youth are part of this government. The women are also carried along, as well as the men. So I can't stop talking about this man. Since I started in his campaign days, I keep talking about him. No wonder my friend Christian Etat said, "Samson, you are the only prophet that prophesied that Governor Omoeno will do well." And today I am being vindicated. And so call me, let's see how compassionate you are in your own little environment. Are you a commissioner, are you a local government chairman, even a councillor? Have you been able to imbibe the Arise agenda? Have you been able to show compassion to the people that are under you? In fact, as a village head, you need to be compassionate. And so, no, so be delighted to open 45-809-066-909. Yes, I have my first caller. Good morning, my brother. God bless you. How compassionate you are today, Friday. Exactly, my brother. I'm with you. Wow, happy birthday, my brother. Happy birthday. I hope I'll be able to afford your cake after this program. I said I hope I'll be able to afford your cake after this program. Yes. You know, today we are showing compassion to the people, courtesy of Pastor Omoeno, the governor of Akwaibom State. Thank you. Yes, what do you have to say? Quickly, 30 seconds. All right. You're welcome. What political party, and then talk about it. Right now we are talking about governance. Thank you very much for having me, or for coming through. Thank you. Okay. The program is Akwaibom. Okay, Arise Akwaibom. Hello, good morning. Good morning, my brother. Where are you calling from? That's AKPAN. Akpan, I've not seen you or not heard you for a long time. Where have you been? Don't worry, just come to Pastor Moism, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Akpan, let's see you. We have unfinished business. Okay, okay, thank you. All right, my brother. A lot of people say they want me commissioner. I don't know if I'm ready for it. Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. God bless you too. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yes, yes. Akwaibom is blessed with leaders. Akwaibom is blessed with leaders. Thank you. God bless you. Sunday from AKPAN. God bless you. Akwaibom On. I love it. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir. Yes, I can hear you live and direct. Loud and clear. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Jimmy. Jimmy from Ibiakuran. Oh, okay, okay. I have Jimmy in Ibiakuran. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. God bless you. God bless Akwaibom. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, today we're speaking with Comrade Akwaibom essay to the governor, people living with disabilities. And of course, you're talking about compassion. The governor has shown them compassion. Hello, good morning. I have another caller. Hello, good morning. Having a woman today. Hello, good morning. I can hear you. 96.5, a program called Arise Akwaibom. Oh my gosh. And so we were talking about the compassionate governor. And of course, we also have the compassionate citizens of the state. And we talk about dispensation of leadership in Akwaibom State. Don't forget what the former governor, Dom Emmanuel, said. He told us in clear time that indeed Governor Moino will do better than him. And in less than 2 years, he has demonstrated that capacity. Who knows who will come after Governor Moino? I know very well Governor Moino, being a pastor, will also make a profound statement. Okay, let's get back to Ubong, since you're still getting some calls, but that being said, let's get back to Ubong himself, the miracle man. I call you the miracle man. 2-1! 2-1 in a wheelchair. Guys, what are you doing there? Stop this twerkulicious lifestyle on social media. Get involved in your educational activities. Be studious as a student, just like Akwaibom. Wouldn't you be ashamed that somebody's on a wheelchair having 2-1? Demonstrating great capacity and capability, and of course, compassion towards education. I feel like rapping for this gentleman. But today is not for that, baby. And so today is about for us to check up and table and say, what have we really achieved as a people? Well, back to you again. What do you tell God in the morning? Because I want to borrow from you.
Every morning I wake up, I tell God, thank you, thank you, thank you. It can only be grace, nothing else.
It can only be grace, nothing else.
Nothing else, grace.
Okay, and faith also, but people say faith without work.
Yes, faith goes with work.
Okay.
Every faith that does not accompany with work, it will become like.
That's why I do tell people that going for fasting in the morning of a Monday, you're trying to tempt God, because God said you go and work, and He said a lazy man should not eat. And so you go to fasting in the Monday without going to work or going to farm. Thank God Governor Moino has given us every third Friday of the month for us to go to the farm. So you get ready to be going to the farm. And of course, you said, I want to borrow from Peter Obi himself. He says instead of vigil night, he will prefer night shift. And so, as we round off the program, as gradually rounded off the program, Obong, I want you to advise the people of Akwaibom State.
Well, I want to advise Akwaibomites, as I've said it earlier, that disability is of the mind. Disability does not exist. What exists is the society. Barrier. Be a bridge, not a barrier to persons with disability. Seeing them, encourage them. Seeing them, teach them how to fish, as His Excellency have done. The day of my appointment, as His Excellency released 500 million naira education intervention. Support a grant to one visually impaired law student. So give a helping hand. Show His Excellency have shown the way. He's a leader. He has shown the way of compassion. I believe that every Akwaibom man should follow suit At least see how to help this one. And I want to advise our brother there, knowing fully that there's ability and productivity in disability. Just find yourself, do something. The government is inclusive. He has given us, we have a rice agriculture, a person with disability in a nation. I personally, pay contracted for that farm, and we plant. Find something to implant something, do something. And when I was appointed, I think the very person with disability who want to do something with their hand, and we train them in this soft skill, when they can, make their, their life meaningful. Begging is not a career, and we will not encourage it. His Excellency has given us enable environment for us to strive, and I want Excellency Pastor Dr. Umar Basi Eno for being this inclusive, for being compassionate, for giving us a face in his administration. I want to thank Barrister Nofio Luke also, has always been a disability, join me in the celebration. And I want to thank you, my big brother, my leader, that I've always been a friend and a big brother, giving the support. Yesterday you were with me, the day before yesterday, a shout out in this station, and you have been giving me a great support, advices and all that, even whenever I come around your business. And I also want to commend you for taking that kind of huge investment into rural area. That is the spirit of Arise of His Excellency Pastor Moana. Thank you, and everyone has been a great support and encouragement of person with disability. God bless you.
I appreciate you. Well, that's we're going to pay himself. As we close, we said, try and be compassionate. He has told us that there is nothing like disability. The disability is of the mind, and of course it is the society that wants to see them that way. Please don't see them anymore that way, because Ubonigbe has shown the way of great capacity, and he has shown ability, and Dr. Moeno has supported that. Let's celebrate what we have and respect the institutions. God bless Akwaibom. On behalf of everybody, make this program a success. Start the executive producer, the entire media team of His Excellency, the commissioners, those who are working to interpret the Arise agenda of His Excellency. I said, keep doing it. Nigeria will be great. Let's support Tinubu's administration so that we will not feel the pain anymore.